and they could finish as high as second overall and bump France into third. Fiji would miss the
person will tackle them who's running after them. The rest of the team just got to defend that offload, get into that passing channel.
Mel Hall started with a hat-trick in game one. She's led this team very well this weekend, well across the season in fact, as they've improved as it's gone on. 3 fifth places to start the season as Stacey Flood, another of their crusty dusties as the young ones call them, brings that ball forward, and that's a great strong surge right up the middle for Megan Burns. Chasers coming in, brought down by Tawaiua, but Ireland able to play the physical game as well. Here's Flood. Mulhall into heavy contact. Fiji committing bodies in. And now space wide. Murphy Crowe's got room to move here. Fiji sliding across. She gets rid of Nakothi, tries to swerve away. The offload's there for Burns, and it's called forward.
Oh, I think on review, Ireland will be frustrated there. They created so much space out wide for Amy Lou Murphy-Crowe, and we know she doesn't need that much. It should have gone just that split second earlier, and you would have backed Amy on the outside then. She does really well. She could see the overchase there from the centres, so she tried to cut back inside to expose it.
36 tries for the season, a record. That's her own record she's eclipsed too from 2019 with 35 tries.
The head space to win two. No. The head space to win the space, please. In the space.
See that numbers there. I'm sure everyone's technically correct at scrum time. Savuru scoots away from the base of the scrum. Donu ranging. It's hard to put down those long levers. Savuru, Nakothi will quite happily go 80 metres on her own if she needs to, but she's not going much further that time. Good defence from Ireland. Lunisau gets the offload away for Donu, but Ireland hustling quite well. Now there's space for Fiji, and they're going to have to hustle across hard the Irish defensive line as they move forward through. Nangasau gets the ball away for Umbaleki. Umbaleki still pumping the leads up to halfway, and another penalty straight off their feet. Oh, they've been marched again. That's the second time for Channing back, and I think the referee's going to have a word.
That's twice where we haven't agreed with the decision now. You've come back in the centre. If it happens again, you're going to leave the field. Okay? Thank you.
Good, clear communication from the referee there. Really good defensive work from Ireland.
Stop.
You saw Eve Higgins giving a massive edge, so she started backpedaling, keeping that distance between her and the attack, just allowing the rest of the Irish team time to connect with her and make that tackle. They're certainly going to make Fiji work for this.
Bang! Set!
Lane for Mulhall. Wide for Burns, who's been roaming through the centres, looking to get Murphy-Crowe on the cut, and then going to power her way through Murphy-Crowe, and it'll be a penalty back to Fiji. Held on too long. So playing between the 22s a wee bit at the moment, but we both know these teams can break out well. Savuru. Davaiua gets ball and player at the same time. Nangasau, Higgins, shepherding before making that tackle. Fiji. Some space here for Nakothi. It's Mulhall who has to come across and have a crack at it. Nakothi gets rid of one. Murphy-Crowe, a foot race now. Murphy-Crowe drags her down. Standing Nakothi. Look at the strength from Aloisi. Nakothi eventually hits the floor. But Fiji have gone forward towards halfway. Change of direction for Lunisau, and another one. The offload good for Raijeli Tavaiua. Finally, they opened them up. They were patient, Fiji, in the turnover, and Raijeli Tavaiua scores the first try of the bronze medal match.
Yeah, that strong carry on the edge really sapped the energy out of the Irish defence. And like you say, it was a patient times. Don't see Lucy Mulhall slipping off many. That just goes to show the strength and power of their running. Was that cut against the grain? There's the offload, the disconnect there between the centres. Really well spotted.
put down from Roy Jelly Wua as Fiji finally break the deadlock. Less than 2 minutes to play in the first half, converted as well, 7-0. Stacey Flood underneath this one again, knocked back. Aerial skills from Fiji. Donu and Wua have been outstanding this weekend in that area of the game. Uluni Sau goes 360. And now Nakothi again. Nakothi jinking and weaving and stepping her way through and going herself once more. Eloise Nakothi.
Great change of pace there from Nakothi, but you have to say that all came from that restart. Donu just getting up so high, getting that challenge. And it was again a cut against the centres. It's the jinking style of play that Fiji are so good at. It's almost better to stay tight through the middle and then leave the gaps between the links and the wings on the outside.
All of a sudden, after discipline was costly early on, Ireland couldn't capitalise, and Fiji have 14 points to nil now, 2 converted tries, and time for the restart. Must win to finish third on the series. Oh, soaring high this time as Adi Van Mbleki putting Fiji back on the front foot. Runners and bodies in motion for Donu. That one just forward though, and that will be half-time. Ireland breathe a sigh of relief as Fiji make the run. They go into the half-time break, 14 points to nil ahead in the bronze medal match. For a couple of these nations, double duties in the medal rounds. Mulhall, it's not going to go 10 metres. Mistake straight away. Player down, bumped off the body. We had some nice calming words at half-time from Hayden McNulty, the Ireland coach, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of deep breaths, sort of compose themselves, and it was very much about, if you get that space, you've got to be more clinical with it. He acknowledged that one opportunity they've had, they didn't make the most of it.
I've got to defend here first, though. Here's Nakothi again. Goes back for Thavuru. And now jinking Uluni Sau for Nangasau, just keeping the feet so well. Wonderful balance. Fiji pouring forward once more. And it's Sesanieli, Donu, Fiji striking straight after half-time.
Best possible start for Fijiana there. Just evading too many players. Those missed tackles. That was another thing that was said at half-time. Put in some double hits, just try and halt their momentum. They get one offload, 2 offload, they're away.
Ability when you're running through like a Uluni Sau to stay so light on your feet when you're jinking and weaving your way. Conversion away from the sideline, 19 points to nil. That Fiji on track at the moment for a bronze medal. Possibly double bronze for them. There's the series standings. Fiji could jump up to third if they win this. Likewise Ireland. And they've still got time as that restart goes long and long. And Lucy Mulhall is the option. That does drive.
Okay.
Ireland back up to halfway.
Scrum.
Third win.
Okay, send them on.
So 10.
Time off.
It's over, thanks.
Becky Elms
Happy?
kindling on
It's over, thanks.
for Ireland, just 19 years of age as well, only her second tournament. Good pressure cooker moment for a young player to head into. Free kick here for Ireland. And Lane shoots away down the right, trying to link up with Murphy Crowe. Here's Murphy Crowe, one-on-one with Nakothi, gets rid of her. The offload there for the new player, Elmskin Lane. And still going, got a little help from her mate in the back too. And talk about impact off the bench. It gets Ireland back into it.
That's absolutely what you want coming off the bench. Fresh legs. Got the ambition to just back herself and go. I'm not quite sure what happened in that collision. It seemed she was wrapped up for 1 second and they almost just let her go. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe fighting there, keeping that ball alive. And then here. Both players just fell off her. I think they were holding the wrong one.
Whatever way you get there, doesn't matter how you do.
Matter.
Tries on, so 19-5.
Time on.
Ireland will get a bit of a wriggle on. Time off court as Fiji bring in fresh legs.
It's over, thanks.
Still enough time here for Ireland. 3.5 minutes to play. That restart this time will go 10. Fiji attack the ball, but they knock it on into the hands of Mulhall. Here goes Mulhall, whizzing down away. And then again to the try scorer. Elmskinland runs headlong into Donu, plants it back for Mulhall. Ireland, wild ball from Lane and the bouncers. Okay. Flood. Stacey Flood's got some space now. Kicks ahead for Murphy Crowe to chase. Foot race, trying to get the flyer into it. Ulunisau will be able to track that goal, except she's made a meal of it, tracking back, and Murphy Crowe wrestle on the ground with Ulunisau. It'll be Ireland ball. Ireland pressure coming on the Fiji defence. Flood bangs it down.
Sheer desperation there from Ireland, giving it absolutely everything. That kick through, I'm not quite sure if Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe was happy to see that. She was obviously incredibly tired, but she put everything into that chase. Fijiana just couldn't quite get it. Oh, he's there. The definition has got to be clear separation for it to be no try. Oh.
She loses and regathers, perhaps. Try's given.
Try is given.
19-10, 9 points in it now. So we've seen Mulhall go shallow off these kickoffs down the middle. If the score remains, it'll be Fiji finishing third. Ireland fourth overall in the season. Of course, a bronze medal. You see Mulhall as it's brought in by Rusilla Nangasau. Ireland need the football. Great hands, good control, and now open spaces for Nakothi. The offloading game of Fiji. Murphy Crowe chasing. I think she's gone to too much room though. Alawesi Nakothi, a kiss of the ball and a touch of the ground.
Nakothi knows that's the one. That's the killer blow. Ireland did so well not biting in. They were allowing the switching play to happen. And as soon as the ball was offloaded, they got back at their feet, stayed alive. But it was just that one extra switch cutting against the grain. Right on the gain line. So hard to recover from that.
All effort and energy. Luisi Nakothi loves the ball in hand, loves the try. And now to extend that lead, 26-10 now. It's looking good for Fiji. They weathered what Ireland threw at them in the second half. Higgins back out there. And it'll be Higgins to take it from the kickoff. Spins out of the first tackle. With Higgins, Ireland's Players Association Young Player of the Year, richly deserved. Lane. Mulhall. That's just chopped up over the shoulder, so that'll be a high tackle and a yellow card as well. So Fiji will be down to 6.
Scrum.
Getting up here, Lunisau. We'll see out the end of this match on the sideline. It looks like she's done her job.
Let's go, quick set, girls. Let's go. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ireland, one last foray. Perhaps enjoy and give their fans something to get on their feet about. Their wonderful fans this weekend, actually. Miss Kinlane got them back into us, but Fiji have closed them down. Again, here comes the Irish team, perhaps one more time. Mulhall for King. Breakout season for her, and the offload is good too for Farrell McCabe. It was a bobbling put down. They're going to go and have a look at this. Hey, that ball bounce is never the best sign, but felt like initially it looked okay.
Okay, Ben, checking try or no try.
Let's have a look at this. No, I think that's lost. Goes for the one hand. Why did she go for the one hand? Oh, frustration. They did so well.
Ben, I have a decision.
Okay, go ahead.
Glimpse.
The ball has been lost forward by Green.
Okay.
So a scrum 5 metres to Fiji.
Okay, and I've got that as full time, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. No try, full time.
A bronze medal for Fiji to finish out the season, and a bronze medal overall. Fijiana have gone from strength to strength after their wonders in Tokyo. They have carried on. They haven't been on the series all season, of course. A few ups and downs, but they've come out in a final game here, a bronze medal match, and really fronted when they needed to.
Yeah, they've brought us some of the most exciting moments of this weekend.
You can have your say on the HSBC Dream Team. Are any of the Fijiana or the Ireland players going to be in it? Voting will open after the final. We love to hear your thoughts of it. Right, as the women leave the field, we're counting down our final few matches. Our men's bronze medal match with Willie Lossay.
Thanks very much, Ricky. It's a beauty as well. The home side, France against Samoa.